Your body is running a 24/7 operation with trillions of workers who never take a coffee break. No vacation days, no sick leave, just non-stop action keeping you alive. These overachievers? Your cells. But how do they pull it off? Are they following some secret instruction manual? Do they have tiny managers yelling at them to pick up pace? And what happens when things go off script? Time to shrink down, metaphorically, of course, and take a closer look. First up, what exactly is a cell? And why is it the reason you're not just a pile of goo on the floor? A cell is basically the smallest unit of life that can still call itself alive. Think of it like a self-sufficient studio apartment, tiny, but it's got everything it needs to survive. Each cell has a job, whether it's carrying oxygen, fighting off invaders, or making sure your brain doesn't forget where you left your phone. Though, let's be honest, that system could use some work. Now, wrap your head around this. Cells aren't just mindless little blobs waiting for orders. They're constantly working, moving, and, get this, talking to each other. Which raises an important question. If cells are having full-on conversations inside your body, what exactly are they saying? If you could eavesdrop on your cells, you wouldn't hear office gossip or weekend plans. You'd hear an endless stream of biochemical messages. Cells send signals to coordinate everything from healing wounds to digesting your last snack. It's like a microscopic group chat, but instead of emojis and memes, they're using proteins, hormones, and electrical impulses. But how do these messages actually get delivered? Is there a tiny postal service handling deliveries? Do cells have their own version of Wi-Fi? And what happens if a message gets lost? Cells actually have a messaging system that puts human communication to shame. Chemical signals like hormones and neurotransmitters act as instant messengers, zipping from one cell to another. Some messages are direct, while others take the scenic route, hitching a ride through the bloodstream until they reach their destination. And unlike human conversations, there's no awkward silence or oops, forgot to reply moment. Every message is expected to arrive and trigger the right response. But what happens when a message doesn't go through? When cell communication breaks down, things can get messy. A lost or garbled signal might mean your body doesn't produce enough insulin, doesn't repair damaged tissue fast enough, or lets an infection stick around longer than it should. It's like giving someone the wrong directions and then wondering why they ended up at a gas station instead of their dentist's office. But here's something even wilder. Cells don't just receive messages, they interpret them. And sometimes they get it very wrong. What happens when a cell completely misreads the memo and causes unnecessary chaos? Like when your immune system freaks out over a harmless peanut and launches a full-scale attack. Or when inflammation sticks around way longer than it should, like a traffic light that refuses to turn green no matter how long you wait. Could these little miscommunications be the start of something bigger? When a cell misinterprets a message, things can go from mildly annoying to downright chaotic. Like when your immune system thinks there's an invader and starts attacking healthy tissue. Hello, autoimmune diseases. It's like expecting a single pizza delivery, but ending up with 50 and nowhere to put them. And what if a cell takes things way too far and just won't stop multiplying? Normally, cells know when to clock out, like responsible employees. But if they misread the memo and just keep going, you might end up with excessive tissue growth, like a construction crew that refuses to stop building even after the house is finished. At what point does the body realize this mix-up is getting out of hand? When cell growth goes rogue, how does the body react? Does it have a game plan, or is it just hoping for the best? Luckily, the immune system is on patrol, like a high-tech security system scanning for trouble. When things get out of hand, it steps in to shut down the chaos. But sometimes, just like a glitchy security camera hyper-focused on a stray cat, it misses the real problem, or doesn't have enough reinforcements to handle it. So what happens when the body's security team drops the ball? Does it sound the alarm, or just scramble to contain the damage like patching a leaky boat mid-ocean? The body can sometimes slap a temporary fix on the problem, but that doesn't always undo the damage. So does it eventually patch things up, or is it more like trying to bail water out of a sinking boat with a coffee cup? If the defense system catches up, the chaos dies down, and the rogue cells get the memo. But if it lags behind, things spiral, like trying to sprint while you're already gasping for air. So, does the body have a last-ditch plan to hit the brakes, or does it just cross its fingers and hope for the best? That's where apoptosis steps in, a built-in self-destruct button for cells that refuse to behave. It's like when a guest realizes they've overstayed their welcome and gracefully sees themselves out. Except, in this case, the body gives them a firm push toward the exit. What happens when a cell refuses to take the hint and leave? Now the body's stuck with a party crasher who won't go home. That's where autophagy steps in, the body's personal cleanup crew. Instead of immediately tossing the troublemaker, it tries to fix things first, like patching up a wobbly chair instead of tossing it. If the repairs work, great. If not, it's eviction time. But here's the catch: if the cleanup crew is overwhelmed, things start piling up fast. It's like trying to clean a whole house with a single sponge. You're making an effort, but it's not enough. Some cells stick around, causing chaos, and the body has to figure out how to handle them. At this point, the body fires off urgent distress signals, hoping they don't get ignored like an email marked important that still ends up buried in spam. If the message gets through, order might be restored. If not, that's when the real problems begin. What happens when the body keeps sending distress signals, but the message gets ignored? At some point, it's like a phone stuck at 2%, stressed, drained, and running on fumes. When cellular stress becomes the norm, the body's juggling act starts falling apart. It's like living in a constant state of laundry never done. Every time you think you're catching up, another pile shows up. Energy tanks, the immune system gets sluggish, and the body's usual tricks for keeping things in balance stop working. At this point, undoing the damage isn't as easy as flipping a switch. It's more like trying to fix a cracked mug with tape. But here's the silver lining: the body can recover. It just takes time, effort, and a whole lot of patience. No magic shortcut, but with the right conditions, it can find its way back to something that at least resembles normal. Recovery isn't a quick fix. It's more like fixing up an old car. There's some tightening, some replacing, and a whole lot of waiting for things to run smoothly again. The body's repair crew gets to work, but it's not an overnight miracle. It's a process. And here's the catch: the body can't do it alone. Recovery works best when you give it some backup, like giving athletes proper training instead of just hoping for natural talent. Sleep, good food, and stress management are the premium fuel. Skip them, and it's like trying to drive cross-country on fumes. You might make it, but it won't be pretty. So, can we still salvage things and help the body get back on track? Or has it already started the process of hitting reset too late? Think of your body as a superhero team with all the right skills. They can fix almost anything, but even heroes need good support. Don't wait until they're overwhelmed to step in. Feed your internal squad with quality sleep, proper nutrition, and stress management, and they'll handle repairs like pros. Is it ever too late to join forces with your body's recovery team? Never. Whether you're completely revamping your habits or making small adjustments, your inner heroes are always ready for a powerful team-up. If you enjoyed this and learned something new, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe for more fun, engaging content coming your way. Now that you've seen the incredible work your cells perform every day, we're curious. If you could give your cells one superpower to make your life better, what would it be and why? Share your cellular superpowers in the comments below. And here's some information you probably didn't even know you needed. Check out this video right here.